In this video, I'm gonna show you 5 amazing chess traps for white in the King's Gambit that you can use to defeat your opponent in just a few moves. So let's get started. So after e4, e5, f4, here he accepts the gambit when you play knight f3, and after g5, the best move for black, you just play bishop c4, and after g4, here you just castle. He captures your free knight, then you can play queen takes f3, and after queen f6, here you play e5, attacking the queen. He takes, then bishop takes f7 check, and after king takes, you have d4. But can't I just take this pawn with a check? Well, then you can simply play bishop e3. Now here, if he captures this free bishop, then you can take with the queen and he can't recapture because of the pin. So what about something like queen takes b2 attacking the rook? Well, then you simply play queen takes f4 check, and after he blocks, with the idea if you take, he can take with the knight. But we are not going to do that. Instead, we throw an in-between move with queen to c4 check. Now, his queen is dead, so all you can do is play something like say king e7. Then you can take the queen, and now this is a weak king, and you're completely winning here. Let's move on to the next trap. After e4, e5, f4, he takes. You play knight to c3, allowing him to play queen h4 check, and you simply play king e2. This seems like a stupid move because he can play bishop c5 and seems like it's over for us. But now we start counter-attacking. First we play d4, he moves the bishop back, then knight f3 hits the queen, so queen e7 puts pressure on this file. Then you can simply play a4, and here the most common move is knight to f6, attacking this pawn. But then you can simply play king f2, moving away from this pawn. But can't he just take this pawn because after you take, he can take with the queen? Well, then you play a5, and now the bishop is trapped. So all you can do is play something like bishop takes d4. Well, then you can take with the queen, and after he takes, you can recapture. Sure, he have 3 pawns for a bishop, but this is the middle game phase, so you have more attacking chances and you can easily win the pawns back. Let's move on to the next trap. After e4, e5, f4, bishop c5. This is a tricky move because most players here play f takes e5, which loses to queen to h4 check, and after you block, you have this move, and now you're just lost. Therefore, you play knight f3, he goes to e6, then you can play c3, queen e7, then d4, and after takes, can't you just simply take this pawn with a check, and after that, you're not going to block. Instead, you just play king to f2. Now here bishop b6 is the main move, trying to pressure this king. Then you just play bishop b5 check. Now he cannot block with the knight or this pawn, because if you do, rook to e1 wins the queen. Therefore he can move the king, but again you have rook to e1. If he moves the queen out of the way, rook to e8 is a checkmate. Let's move on to the next trap. After e4, e5, f4, he takes. You go knight to f3, he goes g5, then d4. And after g4, attacking the knight, a strong move for black. Here you just play bishop takes f4, giving away this knight. But can't you just simply take the knight? Well, then you just play queen takes f3. Knight c6 is a common move here, because if you had got knight f6 then e5, and white is better here. So knight c6, and then you can just play bishop c4. You have just so much development as compared to black. Knight takes d4, attacks the queen and this pawn. Well, then you can play bishop takes f7 check. Now he can't do much, so he takes the bishop, and then you play queen h5 check, king g7, then you give this check, and after he blocks with the knight, you have queen to g5 check, king f7, and then you can just castle here. Bishop e7 supports this knight, but you play bishop takes f6, and after he takes, you are not going to take. Instead, you play e5, and you're just winning here, because if he tries to capture this pawn attacking the rook, then rook takes f6 is just over for black. Let's move on to the next trap. After e4, e5, f4, e takes f4, you go knight f3, he goes g5, then you play bishop c4, and after h6, supporting this pawn, which is played over 150,000 times, then you can simply play h4, and after f6, supporting this pawn even more, you're going to play knight to e5. Now here, this seems like a blunder because can't he just simply take this knight like this? Well then you can check him king e7 and then you can play queen f7 check, king d6, then queen d5 check, and after he goes back, queen takes e5 is a checkmate. But what if he ignores the knight and plays something like say d5 striking in the center? Then again you bring the queen and after he goes here, you have queen f7 check, king d6, then you check him and then it's going to be a mate like this. Well, if you enjoyed these chess traps, then don't forget to give this video a like, and here are some more amazing chess traps like these. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss more of these videos.